So we all, obviously go to college. How many of you have like very, very busy schedules, work, school? Okay. Do you guys have a social life, I assume? Yeah. Well, my topic today is online dating. So people with very busy lives, they want to turn to their desktops and laptops to find love. Online dating is the most popular, vast spread form of blind dating, if you think about it. I want to talk about how it's harmful to women more than men, I believe. It talks about, online members call themselves singles to meet other singles, and the websites put them together based on matches, based on compatibility, interests, stuff like that. Basically, whatever they feel they have similar. Yeah. Sorry, I'm really nervous. Sorry.
It's okay.
A fact from eHarmony in a 2009 survey they did, over 20 million registered members, with over 20 million registered members, 5% of them found marriages. So if you think about it, 20%, or 20 million out of 5%, that's 1 million marriages. I mean, that's really good results. But the downside is a lot of people lie on their profiles. You could hear the story about, they went on a blind date and the person didn't look anything like their picture, something like that. Most women tend to lie about little things, about height, weight, where a lot of men lied about their marital status, saying they were single when they were really married. Women seek a soulmate and long-term relationships, where most men look for a casual relationship, mostly sexual also. An article conducted by the FBI, fake dating websites that target women and ask them to send money based on dates and potential matches, are more common nowadays. So basically they're getting scammed from these fake websites, which is an example of one of the dangers. Another one is from Psychology Today. I think it's a testimony, but it says a SoCal woman a Southern California woman was sexually assaulted by a man she met on Match.com, and the man had 6 prior convictions and was a registered sex offender. But from eHarmony, with the 20 million registered members, we can't monitor everybody, and for him being a sex offender, he should have known, to stay off a website like that. But it's also they don't have regulations for sex offenders, so just be careful if you online dating. Another damage or danger is emotional or psychological damage. From online dating magazines, 60% of members who went on dates from someone they had met online had sex on the first date, while 1/3 of them reported still have sex on a regular basis. So these websites that are made for dating and long-term relationships are just turning into websites to meet people and have sex, pretty much, which defeats the purpose. And women who partake in these activities, they're agreeing to do this, but there's long-term emotional, self-esteem, depression effects. So I think that's a danger. A conclusion, I believe women value the idea of love and romance more than men do, so they are targeted from these online scams and online misuse of online dating websites. So women should be more cautious while dating online.
I know, man. Sit down. Money does not do anything.
It's like an app, but it's like a match thing. She's been on like 20 dates before. And I was like, oh my
Not gonna happen.
You know, while I'm standing outside, and the teacher walked past me. Getting ready. Songs down.
Like I've seen Kendrick Lamar from high school, elementary school, like junior high from work.
All right, Deidre, I thought that the subject was pretty clear at the beginning, but sometimes, at first I thought it was going to be an endorsement of these sites, and then it was a criticism of the sites. I think you're clearer at the end of the speech as to what you were trying to say than you were at the beginning of the speech, and I think you want to be that clear at the beginning of the speech. As I'm listening to all your information, the vast majority of the time, the information seems to be about the negative aspects of the site, but sometimes you're talking about the positive aspects of the site also. So that's another one of those things that leads us to, okay, so what's your point of view on this? And like I said, I thought it was clearer at the end than it was at the beginning of the speech. You've got a lot of information in the presentation. There's factual data, and some statistical information. The thing that you talked about, maybe it's testimony of it, that's an example. I mean, here's an example. The woman gets assaulted by a sex offender who is, been previously convicted. That's a story. That's an illustration. That's an example. So that fits in that category. The FBI talking about fake websites, it doesn't sound like a quote. It sounds like you're paraphrasing something there. So even though you've identified it as kind of a piece of testimony, I'm a little less certain about that. And I think you need to make sure that you quote something directly when you are trying to get authority to back you up on these points. Organizationally, I felt it wandered a little bit, but like I said at the end, I thought it was pretty clear what your point of view was. On your delivery, I think you could tell that you were a little bit anxious, and you know what? We're going to work on those things. Take a deep breath. I didn't see anybody who was ready to throw rocks at you. You were doing fine. You're your own worst critic. That's always the case. You always beat yourself up over things that other people look at. I don't know what. That seemed fine. So I thought you were doing fine, except maybe just a little bit hesitant with your voice. All right. Thank you.